morning, same face in the mirror, but the eyes still haunted. I pray to my past, but the silence just taunts me. Regret in my veins, got my soul feeling gauntlet. Try to bury the pain, but the grave too shallow. Memories loop like a beat too hollow. Every scar I got made it speak like sermons, telling me the truth that the world keep burning. Mama said, boy, you can shine, just focus. But the voices in my head pop loud like locusts. All these sins I collect like tokens, play them in my mind till the glass get broken. I ain't running from no man, but the shadow got my hands, got my lungs, got my stance, got me questioning who I am. Mirror cage, locking my reflection, fighting ghosts in my own direction. Ain't no light when the soul infected, trying to heal, but the pain's projected. Mirror cage, where I scream in silence, every bar that I spit's defiance. Ain't no love in a war so timeless, only truth when I'm talking minus. Man, I ain't a saint, just a sinner with rhythm, trying to rewrite my life like I'm breaking the system. All these fake smiles feeling like a prison. I bleed in these bars, they just stream like wisdom. I was raised by the noise, by the pain, by the hunger, by the cold in the streets, by the night getting younger, by the look in the eyes of a friend turned gunner, by the echo of a scream when the soul goes under. No peace in my sleep, just a beat on repeat. Got a war in my chest and the drums don't cease. I've been looking for a God, but he mute on me, so I rap to the dark just to feel some heat. I ain't running from no man, but the shadow got my hands, got my breath, got my stance, got me questioning who I am. Mirror cage, locking my reflection, fighting ghosts in my own direction. Ain't no light when the soul infected, trying to heal, but the pain's projected. Mirror cage, where I scream in silence, every bar that I spit's defiance. Ain't no love in a war so timeless, only truth when I'm talking minus.
You ever fight yourself so hard you forget who you was? I think I lost.
Yeah, used to drown in my doubts. Now I swim in my sins, trying to cleanse what's within. It's me versus me, round one, let it begin. I talk to the mirror like who you really be, just a shadow in the smoke or a man chasing peace. Cracks in my soul patched up with gold eyes. Mama said pray, I just rolled dice with both eyes. Pressure in my chest, that's not asthma, that's trauma. Buried under commas from dealers and baby mamas. Truth ain't clean, it's gritty and loud. I bled in the booth just to silence the crowd. Every step feel like war with my own skin. Got angels on mute and the devil tuned in. Heartbeat knocking like a drumline funeral. If I rise from the dirt, best believe it's a miracle. Ashes to armor, pain made me harder. I was born in the dark, now I move like a martyr. No savior coming, so I built my throne out of every damn brick that they threw in my home. Ashes to armor, scars to scripture. Looking in the mirror, now I see the bigger picture. A sinner in motion, reborn through the fire. Only way out is to climb through the wire. I seen killers turn poets and saints lose their halo. Seen kids sell dreams just to eat a hot fago. My mind a war zone, no ceasefire signed. Only peace I ever knew had a piece on its side. They told me change, I said you first. Been baptized in blood, now I spit truth that hurts. The streets don't love you, they just loan you pain. So I write these bars like I'm breaking the chains. Every step feel like war with my own skin. Got angels on mute and the devil tuned in. Heartbeat knocking like a drumline funeral. If I rise from the dirt, best believe it's a miracle. Ashes to armor, pain made me harder. I was born in the dark, now I move like a martyr. No savior coming, so I built my throne out of every damn brick that they threw in my home. Ashes to armor, scars to scripture. Looking in the mirror, now I see the bigger picture. A sinner in motion, reborn through the fire. Only way out is to climb through the wire. Ashes fall, I ain't running no more. Turn my wounds into weapons, every scar is a score. If I gotta break chains, I'ma do it with grace. Face to face with my demons, I ain't blinking a day. Ashes to armor, pain made me harder. I was born in the dark, now I move like a martyr. No savior coming, so I built my throne out of every damn brick that they threw in my home. Ashes to armor, scars to scripture. Looking in the mirror, now I see the bigger picture. I'm not who I was, I'm who I chose to be. A fire forged soul breaking out of debris. Yeah. Sometimes I talk to the ghosts in my closet. They know me better than God do. Let's go. I've been walking with the weight of 100 lives, footprints full of sins that I can't revise. Told myself lies just to sleep at night. Now my dreams too loud and they bark not bite. Pops left early, said boy be a man. So I grew up cold with a 40 in hand. But I traded that steel for a pen with a plan. Now I carve out truth where the blood used to stand. Every wound got a name that I never forget. I tattoo pain in the lines I spit. Mirror talk heavy like a loaded clip. Try and kill the past, but it still won't quit. I talk to the grave and talk back in echoes. Said you made it this far, now break those ghettos. Ghosts in my head still march in line, but I lead them with bars, not a Glock this time. I talk to the grave and talk back in code. Said the light you seek lives inside your soul. So I think in the dark while my roots got caught. Turn pain to a throne, that's grave talk. They don't see the war that I fight at dawn. Just smiles in the day, but at night I'm gone. Every breath is a gamble, a silent bet that I won't lose my mind on the internet. I've seen love get sold for a hit and a scar. Seen hope get buried in a cop car. But I'm still here, voice like a flare, screaming through the static like life ain't fair. Every wound got a name that I never forget. I tattoo pain in the lines I spit. Mirror talk heavy like a loaded clip. Try to kill the past, but it still won't quit. I talk to the grave and talk back in echoes. Said you made it this far, now break those ghettos. Ghosts in my head still march in line, but I lead them with bars, not a Glock this time. I talk to the grave and talk back in code. Said the light you seek lives inside your soul. So I dig in the dark when my roots got caught. Turn pain to a throne, that's grave talk. You can bury a body, not a spirit. You can silence a voice, not the lyric. I'm the storm in a bottle, the flame in the rain. Every loss in my life now fuel for the pain. I talk to the grave and talk back in echoes. Said you made it this far, now break those ghettos. Ghosts in my head still march in line, but I lead them with bars, not a Glock this time. I talk to the grave and talk back in code. Said the light you seek lives inside your soul. Now I walk with the dead, but I live for the fight. Turn tears into gold when I write at night, that's grave talk.
Feel like you're too broken to break it. Like the pain turned you bulletproof.
Let's go. I ain't made of gold, I'm made of rust and regrets. Every scar on my skin is a line in the text. They say breathe, I say how with this weight on my chest. Only therapy I know is a mic and a vest. Raised on silence, baptized in sirens. Anger in my stomach like a riot's inside. They told the world I'm fine, that was just my pride. But I bleed in these bars, can't fake that side. I was born in the fire, ain't asked for the flame. Now I burn with a purpose, not just for the name. They see rage, I see fuel. Built a throne from the rules that I broke in school. This pain, this fear, this doubt is fuel. Every time I break, I bend the rule. They said I fall, I turn to flames. Now my wounds like streets when I speak my name. This hate, this hurt, this guilt is fuel. I don't run from the dark, I use that tool. So the storm, I'm built for this duel. I don't die, I reload, that's fuel. They say silence is golden, mine was a cage. Locked in my head like a beast full of rage. I seen too much for a boy that age. Now I write my truth on a stage like a page. Pushed too far, now I push back smarter. Heart still black, but I breathe like a martyr. I ain't clean, but I'm realer than most. Turned all of my shame into lyrical ghosts. I was born in the fire, ain't asked for the flame. Now I burn with a purpose, not just for the name. They see rage, I see fuel. Built a throne from the rules that I broke in school. This pain, this fear, this doubt is fuel. Every time I break, I bend the rule. They said I fall, I turn to flames. Now my wounds like streets when I speak my name. This hate, this hurt, this guilt is fuel. I don't run from the dark, I use that tool. So the storm, I'm built for this duel. I don't die, I reload, that's fuel. If you ever been broken, you already lit. Your fire ain't gone, it's just buried in grit. Dig deep, let the anger spark. The world fears those who rise from the dark. This pain, this fear, this doubt is fuel. Every time I break, I bend the rule. They said I fall, I turn to flames. Now my wounds like streets when I speak my name. This hate, this hurt, this guilt is fuel. I don't run from the dark, I use that tool. Ain't no grave that can shut my school. I teach through scars, that's real, that's fuel. That's fuel. I've been dragged through the gravel, lungs full of shame. Each breath a protest, each step in pain. Had nights where the mirror said you ain't shit, and I believed it, wore it like a custom fit. Dirt on my dreams, mud on my pride. Still I laced up boots with a flame in my side. See, the world don't wait for a man to heal, so I stitched up my wounds just to spin that wheel. They count how many times I fall, but never the strength it takes to crawl. Blood on my hands ain't proof of defeat, it's proof I fought with no retreat. 10 times I fell, 10 times I bled, 10 voices said I should stay down dead, but I rise, even if my bones scream no, even if the light too faint to show. 10 times I cracked, 10 times I cried, 10 different demons that dance inside, but I walk, even if the path ain't mine, cause I don't need luck, I redefine the climb. I don't wear capes, just trauma like armor. The weight of my past made my skin go harder. Been broke, been ghosted, been burned in the fire. Now I spit gasoline, I became the pyre. Fate ain't clean, it's covered in ash. Built from the rubble where others just crash. Every no I heard carved bars in my chest, so I rap like it's war, and I won't rest. They count how many times I fall, but never the strength it takes to crawl. Blood on my hands ain't proof of defeat, it's proof I fought with no retreat. 10 times I fell, 10 times I bled, 10 voices said I should stay down dead, but I rise, even if my bones scream no, even if the light too faint to show. 10 times I cracked, 10 times I cried, 10 different demons that dance inside, but I walk, even if the path ain't mine, cause I don't need luck, I redefine the climb. They said quit, I said watch. I'm the glitch in the game, I'm the voice they botched. If hell got rules, I rewrote mine. A phoenix ain't born, it's forged in time. 10 times I fell, 10 times I bled, 10 memories stitched in the words I said, but I rise like a vow with no end, like a prayer with fists that refuse to bend. 10 times I cracked, 10 times I cried, but 10 million more I stood with pride. So if you fall and the dark feels right, just know we rise and we write that fight. I don't wear capes, just trauma like armor. The weight of my past made my skin go harder. Been broke, been ghosted, been burned in the fire. Now I spit gasoline, I became the pyre. Fate ain't clean, it's covered in ash. Built from the rubble where others just crash. Every no I heard carved bars in my chest, so I rap like it's war, and I won't rest. You ain't seen me, but you felt what I became. All growth starts in the dark, shadow work. They see the wins, not the wounds in the basement. Blood on my ground, built pain into statements. I train where the love don't reach, where the silence scream louder than the past to preach. No lights, just breathe and the will to exist. A war by myself just to tighten my fist. Kept my name out the mouths of the weak, but my ghost still haunt every verse I speak. No applause in the dark, just echoes of doubt. But I built my throne when the lights went out. I ain't need no eyes, I became my sight. Forged every line in the absence of light. This is shadow work, where the scars get loud, where the soul lifts weight that could break the crowd. You ain't seen the nights, I ain't make a sound, but I rose from the hurt, 10 toes to the ground. This is shadow work, where the real ones train in the cold and the loss and the unshown pain. They ask how I shine, I was born from dirt. I ain't built in the light, I'm shadow work. Told them I'm fine, truth buried in cold. Made friends with the dark before I walk that road. I ain't self-made, I'm self-buried, self-grown. I ain't need no praise, just a silent zone. Cut ties with the fear, stitch scars with grit. Now I walk like the pain ain't ever exist, but it's there in the verse, in the breath I take. Like a ghost that remind me what I won't remake. No applause in the dark, just echoes of doubt. But I built my throne when the lights went out. I ain't need no eyes, I became my sight. Forged every line in the absence of light. This is shadow work, where the scars get loud, where the soul lifts weight that could break the crowd. You ain't seen the nights, I ain't make a sound, but I rose from the hurt, 10 toes in the ground. This is shadow work, where the real ones train in the cold and the loss and the unshown pain. They ask how I shine, I was born from dirt. I ain't built in the light, I'm shadow work. Every king got seasons where the crown don't fit. Every storm got reasons why the roots don't quit. So I grind in the silence, train in the pain. that flame. This is shadow work, where the stars get loud, where the soul lifts weight that could break the proud. You ain't seen the nights, I ain't make a sound, but I rose from the hurt, 10 toes in the ground. This is shadow work, not for show, not for worth. It's the fight in the dark that defines your birth. So if they ask where I learn my worth, tell them deep in the dark, that's shadow work. Where the crown don't fit, every storm got reasons why the roots don't quit. So I grind in the silence, train in the pain, cause when the light hits me, they'll feel that flame. This is shadow work, not for show, not for worth. It's the fight in the dark that defines your birth. So if they ask where I learn my worth, tell them deep in the dark, that's shadow work. They say trust is earned, but I gave it away like breath, and they left. I gave my heart to hands that shook mine fake. Shared dreams with snakes, hidden hooded faith. Told secrets to walls that talk when I sleep, and loved ghosts and skin that promised too deep. Betrayal ain't loud, it's quiet and smooth. It took you so slow, then vanished like truth. I walked through a world with my back half bent, from all the knives that came with good intent. Now I trust with a filter, love with a mask, smile with a blade tucked under the past. I ain't cold, just burned too close, still hoping one flame don't turn me ghost. I got trust issues stitched in my veins, every I got you just added to pain. Still I reach even when I know that the hands might slip and let me go. I got trust issues deep in my bones, but I crave connection more than I've shown. So I bleed in the open, sharp and true, even if the world keep cutting through. You ever love someone that ain't love you back, and still prayed for their soul like you owed them that? Ever smile for the crowd with a heart on E, then cry in the booth where your scars run free? Yeah, me too, that's why my voice got cracks. It's the sound of belief trying not to collapse, and every handshake come with a checklist. Will this be the next name I regret list? Now I trust with a filter, love with a mask, smile with a blade tucked under the past. I ain't cold, just burned too close, still hoping one flame don't turn me ghost. I got trust issues stitched in my veins, every I got you just added to pain. Still I reach even when I know that the hands might slip and let me go. I got trust issues deep in my bones, but I crave connection more than I've shown. So I bleed in the open, sharp and true, even if the world keep cutting through. You ever love so much, just real, but real these days come sealed. So I rip it open with doubt, and hope that love don't bleed out. I got trust issues, yeah, and they stay like ghosts in my chest that don't fade away. But I still try, even when I break, cause maybe the risk is the part that makes me human. Flawed, but still reaching through. Even if you cut, I see the you that I wanna believe in. Raw and bruised, we all got trust issues. Now what you choose. I used to scream, now I sit in silence. Used to fight back, now I sit through the violence. Tears dried up, left salt in my chest. Now my heartbeat feel like it's stuck in a vest. Clock still ticking, but time don't hit. I watch days fall like ash, that's it. They say you okay, I say sure I guess. But my soul been sleeping in a blacked out mess. I miss feeling things, even the rage. Now I stare through walls like a ghost in a cage. Numb ain't peace, it's a quiet scream, a blank page and a broken dream. I'm numb now, not healed, just gone. All the fire I had, been dead too long. I ain't crying months, ain't laughed in years. Just float through life like I switched out gears. I'm numb now, like a song on mute. Like the truth got lost in a bulletproof suit. They think I'm calm, but that's the lie. I just got too tired to even try. I buried my grief in a 6-foot file, labeled it fine, wore pain with style. I was loud, now I whisper through code. Smiles on my face, but my insides corrode. Used to write to survive, now I write to exist. Hoping one line might still hit like a fist. But it's hard when your soul don't flinch. When you cut so deep, you don't even twitch. I miss feeling things, even the fear. Now I'm just a shell with a voice in the rear, screaming wake up, but I barely blink. Like my mind got drowned and forgot how to think. I'm numb now, not healed, just gone. All the fire I had, been dead too long. I ain't crying months, ain't laughed in years. Just float through life like I switched out gears. I'm numb now, like a song on mute. Like the truth got lost in a bulletproof suit. They think I'm calm, but that's the lie. I just got too tired to even try. If pain is proof that you're still alive, then what's the state where nothing survives? I take the storm if it meant I feel, but numb got a grip that don't let you heal. I'm numb now, and that's my war. Not the wounds, but the silence I can't ignore. I walk through days like a ghost in skin, knocking on life, but no one let me in. I'm numb now, but I write this down, hoping someone out there hears the sound. If you feel the same, don't drown alone. We ain't dead, just far from home. If pain is proof that you're still alive, then what's the state where nothing survives? They know my name, but not the weight behind it. Even I'm still trying to figure that out. Woke up in skin that ain't feel like mine. Reflections blur like I crossed that line. They call me strong, I call me gone. Been acting alive while my soul moved on. Voice sound clear but the meaning's faint. I draw my truth in invisible paint. Every step feel like echoes on glass, like I'm walking through life that already passed. I ain't lost, I'm just undefined. A ghost with a name and a pulse in time. I speak like I know, but inside I'm asking, who's this shell that I keep unmasking? Who am I really? Not the sound, not the fight, not the pain they see. Who am I really? Just a voice in the dark begging to be free. If I vanish tonight, will the world still spin? Will my silence just blend back in? I ain't sure, but I still try to find that me they say won't die. I built an image, brick by lie, a version of me that could justify why I never showed fear, why I wore that mask, why I broke every mirror in my past. But truth don't hide when the lights go black, and I'm left with a pen and the weight I lack. I write these bars like searchlights in fog, trying to find a soul beneath the smog. I ain't lost, I'm just undefined. A ghost with a name and a pulse in time. I speak like I know, but inside I'm asking, who's this shell that I keep unmasking? Who am I really? Not the stars, not the winds, not the fight on beat. Who am I really? Just a flicker in the dark, trying not to retreat. If I vanish tonight, would the weight still fall? Did I build this frame just to feel at all? I don't know, but I still try to trace the shape of a real eye. Maybe I'm the question, not the answer. Maybe I'm the wound, not the dancer. But if the search is what keeps me lit, then maybe that's who I really is. Who am I really? I ain't the fame, I ain't the pain, I ain't the chains. Who am I really? Just a man trying to breathe through the pouring rain. If I fade tomorrow, will the echoes ring? Will the lines I wrote still mean a thing? I don't know, but I still write, 'cause maybe that's me, and maybe that's right. built an image. I'm alive, I guess. But what does that mean if I'm just breathing? Alarm hits 6, I rise like a ghost. Move through the day like I'm doing the most. But inside it's a loop, same pain, new face. Same questions carved in a brand new place. People ask how you been, I lie clean. Say I'm good with a smile that don't mean a thing. I exist in the cracks, not the light they see. Yeah, I'm alive, but that's not living to me. I got lungs that work, but a soul on low. Heart still beating, but it moved too slow. I ain't dead, but I ain't quite here. Floating through days in a fog of fear. I'm just breathing, not living, just here. Like a shadow in motion with nothing near. They see steps, but they miss the way. I'm dragging my soul through a world that's fake. I'm just breathing, no fire, no spark. Just echoes of who I was in the dark. If this is life, then where's the feeling? Cause right now it's just breathing. They say keep going, but where to, bro? When the road feel flat and the wind don't blow. I remember dreams, they felt like flight. Now I sleep just to run from night. Ain't no glory in the grind when your why go missing. When the voice in your head start questioning mission. But I walk still, even on numb feet. Cause even if I crawl, I don't accept defeat. I got lungs that move, but a voice on mute. Feeling like truth got stripped of its suit. I ain't gone, but I'm trying to return to the fire inside that forgot how to burn. I'm just breathing, not living, just here. Like a name on a list with a blank stare. They see life, but they don't see fight. Don't see the weight I drag every night. I'm just breathing up deep in my chest. There's a war going on just to take one step. So if you feel the same, keep reaching. We more than just breathing. Maybe life ain't fire, maybe it's ash. Maybe the beauty's in what we let pass. But even in stillness, I'll find a sound. A single breath, that means I'm still around. I'm just breathing, but that's the start of a rebel cry from a quiet heart. You can't see the storm that lives in me, but I rise each day like it's therapy. I'm just breathing, but not for long. Gotta find my why and rebuild my song. So if you out there lost in the ceiling, this ain't the end, we more than just breathing. Than just breathing. One sparkle left, one sparkle left, all I got. But maybe that's enough. Can't remember the last time I laughed for real. Can't remember the last cut that took time to heal. Now I float through days like a nameless note, written by a ghost with a slit in his throat. Lost too many, now I talk to the air. Praying to gods, I'm not sure we're there. My bed feel like a casket that I'll close to right. And the dreams I have still run from light. I ain't asked for strength, I just wanted peace. But peace went quiet and the noise won't cease. So I write these bars like a flare in snow, just hoping someone sees the glow. It's a flicker, not a flame, but it's all I got in this cold dark frame. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I still breathe like hope lives now. It's a flicker in a storm so wide, but it moves when I move, stays by my side. And if I fall, just light the song, let them know I fought all night long. Every you got this felt fake when said, but I held on tight with my hands half dead. Built walls, broke them, built them again. Only difference now, I don't pretend. I'm not healed, not whole, not even close, but I know what pain teach better than most. So I walk with a limp and a pen like a sword, still writing my name in a world ignored. I ain't searching for heaven, just a place to breathe, where the weight in my chest can finally leave. So I spit this verse like a final cry, but with every word I stay alive. It's a flicker, not a flame, but it's all I got in this cold dark frame. I don't know where, I don't know how, but I still breathe like hope lives now. It's a flicker in a storm so wide, but it moves when I move, stays by my side. And if I fall, just light the song, let them know I fought all night long. Even embers burn, even silence speaks, where the wakes still rise when the night's at its peak. So if I'm gone by the time they check, play this loud, let them feel my breath. It's a flicker, not a flame, but it kept me alive when they cursed my name. I ain't perfect, I don't know how, but I still kept heat in a world that's cold. It's a flicker, call it small, call it vain, but sometimes the smallest lights remain. So when they ask how I held that line, tell them flicker and it burned just fine. You got this, felt fake when said, but I held on tight with my hands half dead. Built walls, broke them, built them again. Only difference now, I don't pretend. I'm not healed, not whole, not even close, but I know what pain teach better than most. So I walk with a limp and a pen like a sword, still writing my name in a world ignored. Every you got this, felt fake when said, but I held on tight with my hands half dead. Built walls, broke them, built them again. Only difference now, I don't pretend. I'm not healed, not whole, not even close, but I know what pain teach better than most. So I walk with a limp and a pen like a sword, still writing my name in a world ignored. I ain't searching for heaven, just a place to breathe, where the weight in my chest can finally leave. So I spit this verse like a final cry, but with every word I stay alive. Even embers burn, even silence speaks, where the wakes still rise when the night's at its peak. So if I'm gone by the time they check, play this loud, let them feel my breath. No, I'm healed, but say, I said, that's something. Sun cracked the window, I forgot I had first light in the room since it all went bad. No parade, no song, just breathing my chest, but I moved. For me that's a flex. Used to sleep with regrets on my pillow, now I face them like echoes through a cracked up window. The past still knock, but I don't always answer. Some days I ghost it like a stage with no dancer. I ain't claiming strength, just honesty. Still scared, still scarred, but I'm fine with me. I don't smile for show, I don't run from gray. I just take this pain and walk anyway. This is step one, not the finish, not the win, but the moment that the breath fights back again. No spotlight, no crown, no beat drop, just the will to move when the hurt don't stop. This is step one, and it feels like flight. Even with my baggage, I'm leaning towards light. If you're down, I feel that too, but we both alive, so what we gonna do? My mirror's still haunted, my past still loud, but I found a voice that ain't trying to crowd. It's mine, small but it speaks with heat, like you still here, so get on your feet. I ain't gotta be whole to be moving, ain't gotta be loud to be proven that I'm worth more than the pain I house. That's survival itself, there's a rebel sound. I ain't claiming peace, just space to grow. Still shaky in the steps, but I won't let go of the flicker I kept in the coldest days. Now I walk with fire in a quiet way. This is step one, not the finish, not the win, but the moment that the breath fights back again. No spotlight, no crown, no beat drop, just the will to move when the hurt don't stop. This is step one, and it feels like truth, like a whisper that cuts through a broken youth. If you're tired, I see that flame. It's small, but it still got me. One foot in the next, that's how we rebuild. Not from joy, but from the pain we feel. So if you hear this, let it be your sign that the next breath you take is mine too in rhyme. This is step one, and it's real as hell. Not loud, not clean, but I rose when I fell. Ain't no map to this, just feet and fire, just truth and the voice of the broken choir. This is step one, and I walk with pride, even if I cry on the other side. Cause the path starts here with the will to try, and I swear on my scars I won't let that die. Won't let that die. Yeah, I've been here before, but this time it's different. I said I'll change with a mouth full of lies. Wrote promises on walls that watched me die. Told mirrors I rise and slept through dawn. Hid truth in a verse, let the silence yawn. But now my hands don't shake like they used to. My voice got weight cause I've been through. I ain't healed but I'm not the same. This time the pain got a name I claim. I ain't looking for redemption, just direction. A compass carved from the cracks in my reflection. This ain't a restart, it's a return to the fire that refused to burn. This time, I ain't running from the dark. I walk with it, talk with it, made it part of the man I am. Not perfect but true, built from the ashes I once crawled through. This time, I ain't asking for grace. I earned my peace in the loneliest place. And if I fall with pride. Cause this time I stood and I didn't hide. I remember nights where I begged for sleep, and now I fight for dreams I'm scared to keep. Used to flinch at love, now I hold it soft. Used to fake my breath just to shake them off. But I made it here, with the dirt on my shoes, with the same old wounds, but brand new truths. I ain't trying to forget what I've been, I just won't let the past decide where I end. I ain't chasing light, I am the glow. Built slow from the hurt they'll never know. This ain't revenge, it's release. A vow made in war that leads to peace. This time, I ain't running from the dark. I walk with it, talk with it, made it part of the man I am. Not perfect but true, built from the ashes I once crawled through. This time, I ain't asking for grace. I earned my peace in the loneliest place. And if I fall with pride. Cause this time I stood and I didn't hide. Till they hold me, thank you for surviving. But I ain't coming back, I'm done with hiding. I walk forward even if it's slow, cause this time I know where I wanna go. This time, I ain't running from the pain. I made it fuel, not a chain. I ain't trying to be saved, I'm saving me. One step, one line, one memory. This time, no mask, no shame, just a voice, a name, a rising flame. So if you hear this and you feel that fight, know this time I chose the light.
If you're hearing this, you made it through another night. And that means something, even if it don't feel like it.
I don't know your name, but I know that weight. Know the silence that scream when it's getting late. Know the room where the walls start closing in, where the mirror look back like you failed again. But listen, that voice ain't gospel, it's fear. And fear don't speak truth, it just echo your tears. You're not broken, you're bruised, and that's not the same. You survived every moment that tried to change your name. I've been there, back against my breath, talking to God like, is this life or death? But I rose not cause I had a plan, just cause I ain't let go of my damn hand. You're still breathing, that means you ain't done. Even if you're crawling, even if you run, even if your life feel buried in black, there's a spark in you, I seen it crack. Still breathing, and that's enough. You ain't gotta smile, you just gotta show up. One more hour, one more song. If you're here, then you belong. I wrote this for the kid who can't cry no more, for the mother who prayed on the bathroom floor, for the brother who smiled just to block the storm, for the soul who feel like they ain't been born. You're not weak for feeling this deep. You're not lost, you just need some sleep. You ain't alone, I promise that. If you're still here, then you still got that. A chance to speak, a chance to break, a chance to build from every ache. You don't need to heal in one clean line, you just need to hold the breath this time. You're still breathing, and I see that fight. Even in the dark, you're reaching for light. Even with tears, even with scars, you're a galaxy trapped in a beat of heart. You're still breathing, don't count that small. That's a war you win every time you fall. So if today's the day you almost slipped, play this loud, you're still equipped. I ain't here to save you, just to say I made it too. And if I made it, that means you can too. Not with ease, but with truth. You're still breathing, and that's your crown. You're alive in a world trying to pull you down, but you rise, even slow, even torn. And every breath you take, that's you reborn. You're still breathing, and that's the key. You don't need to be perfect, just need to be. So if you still light. If you ever hear this, I hope you need it. I hope I did you proud. To the man I'm becoming, I hope you rest. I hope you sleep without ghosts on your chest. Hope your hands ain't fists when the world gets cold. Hope your voice still cracks when the truth gets told. I've been building this road with blood and rhyme. Every step a prayer in a crooked line. I don't know where it ends, but I know this beat. And I know I ain't stopped, even when I got weak. I wrote this with calloused hope, with nights where the light barely learned to cope. If you stand tall now, then remember me, the version that crawled so you could breathe. To the man I'm becoming, hold that flame. Don't trade your soul just to win that game. I've been losing pieces just to find what's true. So if you shine now, that shine is you. To the man I'm becoming, if you forgot, let this song remind you what I fought. I ain't perfect, but I stayed in motion. Every scar you wear was born from devotion. Do you still write? Do your hands still shake? Do you laugh without checking what's fake? I hope love found you, not the kind that fades, but the kind that holds when the mask gets frayed. I hope you forgive me for the years I broke, for the nights I drowned, but still chose hope. I did what I could, not what they expect. So if you stand now, do it with respect. Every tear you don't cry, I cried it here. Every truth they doubted, I made it clear. So walk with pride in that weathered skin, cause I bled to make it your second skin. To the man I'm becoming, don't let go of the boy that survived just to help you grow. So walk with pride in that weathered skin, cause I bled to make it your second skin. To the man I'm becoming, write me back. Let me know that the dream stayed on track. I ain't need perfect, just needed proof that all this pain still led to truth. If you ever feel like giving up, go find this version of me, the one that kept writing, the one who stood in the fire when nobody clapped, who kept going, so you could finally relax. To the man I'm becoming, live loud, live true. You ain't gotta forget me, just push through. This letter's a torch I leave in your hand, from a boy who believed and took that stand. To the man I'm becoming, don't you fold. The story's still yours, now let it be told. You're the echo of everything I dared to be. So if you're out there, become me fully. From nowhere, but I made it everywhere I survived. Ain't got no hometown, just names I left, just nights I walked with a hole in my chest. No porch lights waiting, no welcome back, just concrete floors and a midnight track. I've been raised by the silence between sirens, taught by the echoes of cold defiance. I ain't got roots, I got roots, moving through pain like I'm figuring it out. But every street I roam, I leave a piece. Every verse I spit, I find some peace. I don't belong, and maybe that's fine, cause I carry my soul like a folded sign. No home, just heart, that's how I move. With a bag full of scars and a need to prove that you don't need walls to be worth the name. Just breathe and a beat and a little flame. No home, just heart, still knocking doors, still writing maps on forgotten floors. I ain't lost, I'm just in transit, trying to find a place that don't demand it. Sometimes I dream of a key that fits a door with no locks, no shame in it. But I wake to the hum of a lonesome world, where love got terms and pain gets hurled. I slept in cars, spoke to skies, wrote lullabies that made grown men cry. They call me a drifter, I call it free, cause I'd rather be real than trapped and clean. And every step I take ain't proof I belong, but proof that I kept going when they said I was wrong. I ain't found my place, but I found my pace. In the rhythm of nights I refuse to waste. No home, just heart, that's what I own. A voice that I kept and still stands alone. You can take my past, you can take my bed, but not the words I never said. No home, just heart, and that's my base. I live in the lines, not a single place. If I die with a verse and a soul intact, then I found my way and never looked back. Home ain't bricks, it's breathing truth. It's fighting for light in a world uncouth. So I carry mine scarred and wild. I house made a rhythm, a runaway child. No home, just heart, and that's enough. I ain't built for soft, I'm built for tough. I ain't begging for rooms, I'm building sky. With every step I justify. No home, just heart, and still I roam. But maybe I'm not lost, just grown. So if you feel like you don't belong, walk with me, we'll write our own home. Homemade, we will write our own home. Oh, home, just heart, that's what I own. With me, we'll write our own home. We'll write our own home. I ain't trying to be deep, just honest. I ain't wanna die, I just didn't know how to live. We used to stare at ceilings like they held the truth. Eyes wide open, but I slept through youth. Clock tick loud in a house full of ghosts, where the pain got passed like a Sunday toast. I laughed on cue, cried off beat, wrote I'm fine in the middle of a blackout tweet. People said you strong, I played that role, but I felt more numb than the pills I stole. I ain't jumped cause I wanted the end, I just didn't know how to begin. I ain't scared of death, I feared the light. Feared what I'd feel if I got it right. I wanted to live, I just didn't know how. So I faded in crowds, trying to blend somehow. Wrote poems in blood, never showed that page. Screamed in silence like a caged out stage. I wanted to live, not just exist, but my hope got lost in a lover's fist. So if I make it through this night intact, let this song be the peace that brings me back. Had dreams I buried just to feel safe. Told God I'm good, but I lied to his face. They don't teach you how to want more breath when your chest been tight with a near-life death. I wore masks so long I forgot my skin. Said yes to pain just to not begin. But deep in the dark was a voice too small. Said you don't have to climb, just crawl. And maybe that's where it starts. Not with a scream but a beating heart. Not with a cure but a raw confession that I ain't wanna die, just needed direction. I wanted to live but I whispered it low, like hope was a sin I wasn't meant to show. Built walls so high I lost my view, but now I break them down just to let me through. I wanted to live, not half, not fake, not tied to pills, just to stay awake. So if you hear this and you feel that ache, let my voice be the breath that helps you wake. It's okay to not know joy, it's okay to feel the void, but if you still got breath, you still got choice. I wanted to live, and now I do. Even if I limp, even if I'm blue, even if the smile don't fit just yet, I'll keep trying, no regret. I wanted to live, and I still do now. Not loud, not bright, but I'll learn how. So if you feel me through this pen, just know this ain't the end.
It's okay to not know joy. It's okay to feel the void. But if you still got breath, you still got choice. I wanted to live, and now I do. Even if I limp, even if I'm blue, even if the smile don't fit just yet, I'll keep trying, no regret. I wanted to live, and I still do now. Not loud, not bright, but I'll learn how. So if you feel me through this pen, just know this ain't the end. I'm big, I'm fearless, but today, and that's really any dream I ever had.
Woke up late, breath still short. Coffee cold, but my soul's set report. No medals, no plans, just air in my chest. But that breath felt like a godsend, I confess. I ain't climbed no mountain, didn't break no chain, but I showed up, even carrying pain. Eyes still heavy, but I faced the day, and that counts in my book anyway. They want victory, I want peace. They chase more, I just want release. So I don't need a crowd to scream my name, I just need to scene. Didn't fake my smile, didn't hide my bruise. I wore every scar like a headline news. Today I live not fast, not bold, but I held my soul like it might turn gold. So if I fall asleep without applause, at least I know I fought the cause. Tired of thinking 10 years ahead, when yesterday still echoes inside my head. So I kept it simple, minute by breath, heart on my sleeve like a beat before death. No big win, no made it out, just kept moving when the room filled with doubt. And maybe that ain't a movie scene, but in my world, that's what strength mean. I ain't fixed, I ain't fresh, still wearing trauma like a second flesh. But I didn't quit, and that's the key. I live today, that's enough for me. Today I live through the ache, through the gray, with a heartbeat that refused to look away. Didn't need a reason, didn't need a crown, just a moment where I didn't drown. Today I live, that's my truth. Didn't let the past pull out my roots. So if you breathe while reading this, you live too, and that's the gift.
You ain't gotta rise, you ain't gotta run, you just gotta be. Sometimes that's the bravest thing.
Today I live not loud, not proud, but I whispered I'm here through the pain out loud. And maybe that ain't what they call success, but to me it's proof I'm not less. Today I lived and tomorrow's unsure, but I'll show up again if my soul endures. And if this world forgets my name, at least I lived, and that's my flame. They ain't know me, they ain't even mean it, but somebody said something, and I ain't quit that night. It wasn't deep, wasn't long, wasn't loud, just a line in a song, hidden in the crowd. Didn't fix me, didn't preach, but it reached through the static like a quiet breach. I was laid out face to the floor, phone in my hand, thinking no more. Then that bar hit different, soft and slow, like you still here, that's all you gotta show. A stranger's voice in a stranger's song, but it pulled me back when my grip was gone. Didn't know my name, didn't know my scars, but somehow still lit up my dark. Somebody said something, and I stayed, didn't run, didn't break, didn't fade. It wasn't love, it wasn't therapy, but it cracked that shell just barely. Somebody said something, and I heard a lifeline tucked in, I have some word. And if I'm here now, if I didn't slip, that's why I spit with a bleeding lip. Now I write for the ones I might never meet, for the kid with the note tucked under the seat, for the girl on the train with tears she hide, for the brother who smiled but dead inside. I ain't saying I can save your night, but maybe these bars hold flickers of light. And if you hear me through your hell, then maybe I did my job well. Cause I was them, I was you, the one who thought what's left to do, till a lyric caught me like a rope. Didn't heal me, just gave me hope. Somebody said something, not too loud, just enough to cut through the doubt. Didn't say, didn't change my fate, but it made me wait, and that changed the way. Somebody said something in the dark, and it carved a hole where life could start. So now I write like my words got flame, in case one spark keeps you in the game.
You don't need to fix nobody, you just need to speak truth. Cause even one line can be the difference between stay and gone.
Somebody said something, and I lived, didn't leave, just didn't give. And now if my voice can echo back to a soul on the edge of a final crack, and I'll keep speaking, cracked and raw, cause maybe your breath is what I saw. Somebody said something, and I wrote, so you can hear this when you need that hope. But I'll leave it on anyway. Not for them, for me. I leave the light on, In a room they don't enter. Cold floors, thick walls, no censor. Curtains drawn like a stage with no play. But I still let that dim bulb stay. Not cause I think someone gon' see, but cause I still need proof of me. A soft glow in the corner of silence, like a whisper fighting lifelong violence. It don't flicker much, don't warm the space, but it holds my name like a sacred place. I don't shine for likes or stage applause, I just shine so I don't get lost. That's the light left on for the soul in the dark, for the nights I broke but still left a mark. No witness, no claps, just air and breath, but I lit that glow like I dodged my death. Yeah, that's the light left on when I had no plan, just enough flame to say I still can. If the world don't care, I still ignite, not to be seen, but to survive the night. I don't need crowds, I need truth. A corner of calm in a war-torn youth. They said real ones shine, I said not always. Sometimes we dim, so the pain obeys. But I learned to burn in a lower tone, to warm my chest, not to be known. And when I'm gone, if they ask where I've been, point to the light, that's where I begin. I don't glow like stars or flash like gold, but I hold my flame when the nights get cold. You don't need to find me, don't need a sign, just know that light's still mine. That's the light left on for the voice gone hoarse, for the fist that shook but stayed the course. No hero theme, no curtain call, just heat in the chest that refused to fall. That's the light left on when I could have gone, but I stayed like a verse with the beat still on. So if you ever pass by and feel that spark, it's me, still here, still bright in the dark. We ain't gotta glow for the world. Sometimes just being lit enough to see your hand in front of your face, that's victory. So I keep the light left on for the me I was, for the me I'm not yet, and the silent cause, for the kid in the dark who ain't got a song. This glow say you've been here all along. It's the light left on, not loud, not proud, but a pulse in the black that still says now. So if they forget me, that's alright, cause I lit my soul and survived the night. This ain't for you, this one is for the version of me that didn't walk away. I know I ain't perfect, never claimed to be, but damn, I stayed when it hurt to breathe. I held on when I had no hands, screaming in rooms they don't understand. Didn't glow, didn't rise, didn't shout, but I showed up when the lights went out. So tonight I pour one for the kid in me who kept walking when he couldn't see. Ain't no choir singing my name, but I'm still here through the cold and flame. And that's enough for a toast in the dark, for a soul that never lost its spark. Thank you, me, for not letting go, for the fist that cracks the silent no, for the nights you stayed with nothing left, for the breath you took when you feared the next. Thank you, me, for the unseen fight, for the mirror you face with no one in sight. Ain't no medal, but I swear you're free. So from my soul, thank you, me. You ain't always been wise, you made mistakes, took wrong turns, gave more than they take, but you never quit, not really. Even when your hope got killed, you healed me. With each verse, each tear you swallowed, with every empty room you hollowed, you became the reason I speak today. So I give you love in this beat I lay. Ain't no angel pulled you up, you rose alone from your own cut. So this ain't pride, it's memory of the battles you fought just to let me be. Thank you, me, for showing up raw, for the blood, the grit, the quiet law that said don't stop even if it rains, that said build peace even through pain. Thank you, me, for the nights you broke, the still roll lines through the thickest smoke. You ain't healed, but you let me be. So today I rise and thank you, me. They won't know your name, they won't see your fall, but I was there and I saw it all. Thank you,